out. Man, one of the things that's crazy about this show is you guys have been, like, you get to witness all the variations, all the changes, all the growth, all the development. It's like my brain pouring out into this space. This is episode 1150. That's crazy, man. 1,150 episodes of the show. Rise and Grind was the initial name of the show. GM3X was the second name of the show. We also had a different version of Rise and Grind that we did at a later time. We did that for a little while. Then we had the 800% Club morning show. And look, dude, here's what I got to say. We just keep going through all these iterations. We're trying to figure all this thing out. But ultimately, the goal, the dream, the vision is the number one morning show in the world. That's going to require us to be a world-class show. To be the number one show in the world, you got to be a world-class show, right? So there are going to be some changes coming up down the road. But one thing that won't change, again, one thing that we do know is that our call is it's time to rise and grind. That's our call. So check it out. We're going to dive in. We've got an awesome series kicking off today. We're going to be talking about love. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about our jobs. We're going to be talking about our kids. We're going to be talking about South by Southwest. We're going to be talking about jets. We're going to be talking about not having babies. We're going to talk about snowstorms. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff here today. But check it out. This intro should get you hyped. And then I'm going to let you listen to the one that we're working on, and then we're going to dive in because that's what we do.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
See, so that's been our intro, right? That was our intro from the past. That's an older intro. I like that intro. So we've been modifying that just a little bit. Brandon is going to get mad at me because he's not done with this yet. He doesn't like anybody to see stuff till it's done. Brandon's my video guy. But here's what we're working on. Check this out. Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind, the number one morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. See, that's going to be good. Once he puts some music behind that and he finishes the imagery on that, I think that's a good freaking stinking intro. I'm just saying. I think that's a dang good intro. So that's what we're working on. I just wanted to show you a little bit behind the scenes because we're constantly evolving, right? Constantly evolving, putting pieces together. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, drop down in the comments if you liked that second intro there. If you think that sounded pretty good, you let me know. All right. And while you're doing that, dude, today is Monday, February 27th. Thanks, Tarika. Today is Monday, February 27th, 2023. That's right. Today is Monday, February 27th, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, February 27th, 2023. Thanks, Angela. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Thanks, Leisha, and thanks, Liza. Marilyn Wilkins says it's amazing. Thank you, Bella Rigby. Smoking hot, I appreciate it. Listen, unlike my hometown of Flagstaff, Arizona, we are expecting a 68-degree sunny day today. That's right. It's sunny, 68 degrees. Here in Lexington, Kentucky. That's what we're looking at today. My hometown of Flagstaff, Arizona. Dude. Oh my goodness, they got like 18 inches of snow this weekend. 18 inches of snow. And dude, I got to tell you, when you get that much snow, and they've got more snow coming tomorrow and more snow coming the day after that, they're expecting 51 inches of snow over a period of 3 or 4 days, something like that. It's crazy, right? And don't get me wrong, it's beautiful when it snows like that, man. It is beautiful, but I definitely don't miss it. So to all my Flagstaff peeps, I love y'all. I moved 15 years ago, or maybe even more, and y'all just continue to enjoy that back there. All right, I'm gonna take my 68 degrees. Y'all can have your 68 inches of snow or whatever the heck it is. Look, I hope that you had a great weekend. I do. I hope that you had an amazing, over-the-top, phenomenal weekend. My family, the Lundy family, we had a weekend filled with basketball. The boys both had basketball tournaments, Joel and Fisher. We also had an ice cream celebration on Saturday because my son, Joel, he did win his basketball game. They were the underdogs. They won that game. They ultimately lost yesterday to the 1 seed, but we had a little ice cream celebration on Saturday. Also on Saturday night, my wife and I were just like craving some old school fried food, dude. So we went to a local bar, local pub. We took all the kids and we just like chowed down on some fried food, dude. We had chicken wings, we had pepper jack cheese cubes, we had potato skins. I mean, all the stuff, dude. All the stuff that you shouldn't eat. We ate it all. We just had a smorgasbord of appetizers. We didn't even order any real food. It was just all appetizers, all fried food. We did that on Saturday night. We also had a nice dinner with my parents last night at Perico's. We had Mexican food last night. So we basically ate out all weekend, right? Also this weekend, we did a bunch of work from home. I don't know if any of y'all did any of the work from home stuff. Feel free to drop that in the chat if you did any of that. And then we went to church, man, or I should say some of us went to church. About half the family went to church on Sunday. That's awesome, Scott. I'm glad you had an awesome birthday weekend. We went to church on Sunday, man, and the pastor kind of threw me off, man. He did a whole sermon about Jesus laughing, bro, and put some images up on the screen of like Jesus with a big old smile and a laugh. And I was like, oh, wait, this is different. And it just blew my mind, man. It blew my mind only because I was like, golly, man, how did I never picture this man this way before? Like, it's just so crazy how we limit. Robin said she did her taxes. It's crazy how we limit our perceptions, right? Our perceptions are based on the intake, you know, and it's just, when all of a sudden you get a different thought process, and it's just kind of mind blowing. In a weird way, right? So that happened at church on Sunday, which was crazy, right? And so, you know, that was that this weekend. Now I also got this weekend. I also got asked to speak at South by Southwest. Which, if South by Southwest, if you don't know what that is, South by Southwest is a massive 9-day event in Austin, Texas. 286,000 people went through South by Southwest last year. It's a music festival. It's a movie festival. It's all the things, man. It is a big, amazing event. And so I got asked to speak at South by Southwest, which was awesome. Also, we flight planned 10 dealer visits over the next 8 days, basically 10 dealer visits with our little jet that I'm so super excited. It's opened the doors of what's possible for us and for our company. I also game planned with the team for the Chicago Marathon that we are going to run together as a team. That's right. You heard me here first, folks. Chicago Marathon in October, I believe it is. We are, many of the members of my team, we're going to run this together. Now, why are we running a marathon together? Well, we're running a marathon together because I realized that in order to build a world-class show, and in order to be a world-class speaker, and in order to be world class with my books and to be world class with our media and our content, I realized that in order to become world class, it takes time, right? It is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, I come from the car business. In the car business, we sprint. We sprint 1 month at a time. Go 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 1 month at a time. Go, right? Like it's now. Urgent. Close the deal. Time kills all deals. Time kills all deals. If they leave, you're leaving with them. Like it's a now business. And that's how I've been trained and wired. And majority of my team all comes from the car business. We've all been trained and wired to sprint. And we are incredible sprinters. We're super fast sprinters. You can't get world class being a sprinter. I'm just saying. Not in business. Now, do you need to move with speed? Yep. Do you need to make decisions quickly? Yep. Do you need to pivot? Yep. But all the great companies have very long-term strategies and goals, right? You look at any company, you look at Ford, you look at General Motors, you look at Tesla, you look at Apple. You know, they can tell you what's happening 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 8 years from now. Elon Musk will be like, yeah, we're going to put somebody on Mars in 2042. You're like, 2042, golly, man, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing this weekend. So in order to become world class, I talked to my team about it. I said, man, there's a lot of things that we're doing great, but we want to be world class. And so I was talking to my wife and she said, oh, basically what you're saying, honey, is you guys need to learn to run marathons, not sprints. I said, yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm saying. And she said, well, the best way to learn to run a marathon would be to run a marathon, wouldn't it? I thought, man, why does my wife got to say stuff like that to me, bro? Like, why does my wife have to plant these things in my head? So I went the next day and I told the team, hey, we got to learn to be marathon runners, not sprinters. We have to learn that skill, right? And the best way to learn that skill is to actually run a marathon. And we're going to do it together. And so many members of my team, the ones that are able, physically able, and so on and so forth, we're going to start training. We start training on Saturday. And we're going to go run the Chicago Marathon. So that happened this weekend as well. And then also my wife and I did our gene test. We did some gene tests so that we can better understand our bodies. We're going to do some biohacking with 10X Health Systems and whatnot. So we did some gene tests this weekend. And on top of that, we laughed and we laughed. And we laughed some more. We laughed at our ever-rising expense sheet with the business. The numbers are getting crazy, boy. And we laughed at our never-ending stream of kiddos that are crying and screaming and peeing and pooping and playing and whining and laughing, and they're ungrateful and then they're grateful and they're super loving and they're well-mannered and they're out of control and they're happy and they're miserable and they're energetic and they're wide awake and they're sleepy. It's insane, bro. It's insane. All these kids, it is insane. And at the same time, it's the most beautiful, purposeful, joyful experience we can imagine. My wife and I love our lives. And we understand the power of love in our lives. And friends, in the chaos of all of it, from the big, grand, amazing things that we get to do to the tiny, minuscule, itty-bitty fried food sessions that we break out into, what my wife and I have realized through it all is all we really need is love. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where we got to get these bodies in motion, all right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. If you don't know this song, I don't know. Maybe you're from another country. Maybe you don't know this song. But even from another country, you should know this song. But this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And this is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Does that sound fair? Cool. Pastor Jeff, great to see you. What's up, Renee? I'm glad you're here. Who is this right here? This is Aria. Aria. I'm going to go with Aria McGarry. Thanks for being here this morning. Justin, my guy. Larissa, back in the building. I know Larissa's been over on the West Coast for a little while. Great to see you, Larissa. Ramona's here. David Hill's in the building. What's up, Coach? Coach Isaac's in the building. My guy, Coach. I love Coach. What's up, Don Sankey? How you doing? Ramona and Mindy and Jackie and Fiona and Natasha and Andy. What's up, Natasha Smith? Yes, I see you. I see Tara Hope. I see Dana Fishbeans in the building. Sean Weatherby, Jamesia Braxton. Shermaine Howard is up in here. What's up, Tony Thorstad? How you doing, Dave Hart? What's up, Nathaniel Banks and Debbie Wood, Russell Hill, Tarika Simmons, Gail Beecraft, Rick Tamburino. All you need is love, Russell Hill. Great to see you. Felicia Shakespeare, Don Sankey. We've got Melvin Rodriguez in the building. Young Johnson is up in here as well. What's up, Sean Weatherby? Great to see you as well. I see Patty and Angeline and Peter and Felicia. John Paul Guidry is in the building. I feel like I've missed you, John Paul. We got to jump on a call today. I also see Grand Rising. That's right. I see Rich Pintrick. Christine Green, our newest member of the team, is up in here as well. Marcus, Regina, Dr. Jeannie. I see Roger and Allison and Babs. I see Kate Bowman's in the building. That's right. Hey, Shelly Jean. It is a great song, right? Milt Whitesides. I don't know if it gets us hype enough this in the morning, but it's the theme. It's the show. It's what we're doing. So we're going to roll with it today. Hey, while we're here, I also want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Todd Ditch, and I want to give a shout out to my guy, Damien. Damien and Todd Ditch both recently went on to shop.800eliteauto.com. That's shop.800eliteauto.com and bought new vehicles from 800% Club dealers all across the nation. Here's what this is. We have 190 different dealerships across the nation that are a part of the 800% Elite Automotive Club. And so we created a website where any of you that are in the market for a new vehicle, you can go to shop.800eliteauto.com and you can find which ones of these dealerships are closest to you. And here's what's cool about this is once you do that, then you just show up. You're like, hey, my name is Ella, and I'm a part of the 800% Club, and I need you to take care of me. That's right. You guys all now have friends in the car business. Just go to shop.800eliteauto.com. My friend Todd Ditch just bought a vehicle for his son this weekend. That way, bought it out of Iowa from one of our dealers in Iowa. And then we also had Damien bought a vehicle from one of our dealers in Georgia. So it's super, super cool way for us to pull all together. Go to shop.800eliteauto.com for your next vehicle. Does that sound fair? Fair enough. All right, we're going to dive in. The subject this week, the theme this week is all I need is love. We're going to continue to dive into that right here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. Let's go.
To you, it happens for you. My soul is not contained within the limits of my body. My body is contained within the limitlessness of my soul. I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion. We're not the avatars we create. We're not the pictures on the film stock. We are the light that shines through. All else is just smoke and mirrors, distracting, but not truly compelling. Our eyes are not viewers, they're also projectors that are running a second story over the picture that we see in front of us all the time. Fear is writing that script. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying that you can ask the universe for it. I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Because everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. Take a chance on faith. Not religion, but faith. Not hope, but faith. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Hope walks through the fire, and faith leaps over it. You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. And after you walk through those doors today, you will only ever have two choices: love or fear. Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear keep you away from your joyful heart. What is love? By definition, if you look it up in Webster's, love is defined as an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. Love or fear. That's right, Carrie Lynn Carter. Great to see you this morning. Now, Dr. Seuss defines love like this. Dr. Seuss says, we are all a little weird, and life's a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall in mutual weirdness. And we call that love. The Bible puts it this way: love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Scientifically, they've shown that those who feel love actually live longer. They're actually healthier. Like, scientifically, there are so many interesting facts around love. It's fascinating, right? Like, for example, when two lovers gaze into each other's eyes, their heart rates actually synchronize. Someone who's in love and in pain, physical pain, can actually relieve the pain by simply looking at a picture of the person that they love. There are chemical makeups in our bodies that we actually attract. If you're a person with high estrogen, you typically will attract someone that's high testosterone, and vice versa. Biological signals that are not apparent on the outside but yet somehow emotionally we can make that connection on the inside. Fascinating, really. There's also science that has proven that spending time with people you love reduces early death 50%. Spending time with people you love reduces early death 50%. And yet we live in this culture that promotes being independent. That tells you you can buy yourself flowers, right? Is that the trending song on TikTok, Miley Cyrus, right? I can buy my own flowers. I don't need you. I can dance with myself. I can talk to myself. I can do all these things. I don't need nobody. I don't need you, so on and so forth, right? It's also a society or a culture that is telling people not to have any kids, right? Promotes being independent, tells you not to have kids to love, right? Look at this sign right here of those of you that watching the show. It says, "Don't have kids. They will ruin your life just as much as you'll ruin theirs." We're also living in a society that totes marriage and monogamy like it's old-fashioned and outdated. No, man. Crazy. That's just plain crazy. Look, man, love. All we need in life is love. Love builds healthy relationships. Love your job, and you'll never work another day in your life. Lead with love in your life, and all of a sudden the world becomes your playground. So listen, as February comes to an end, the Lovers Month, the Valentine's Month, as February comes to a close, you and I are going to take a wonderful journey. We're going to take a wonderful journey down a road of understanding the real role that love plays in success in our businesses, the role that love plays in success in our relationships, the role that love plays in success of our fitness, success of our spirituality, how love factors into our health, how it factors into our ability to grow and to create. And my hope is, as children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything, my hope is that through this week we can come to an understanding that all we really need is love. Love is the solution to all of the problems. So friends, I think we're going to have a lot of fun this week. I hope you'll hang with me. I love that you chose to be here with me this morning, right? I really do. If it wasn't for you, I would not be where I am today. If it wasn't for you, the show would be just, I'd be a crazy person talking to myself. They'd have me in a straitjacket. I'd be in a mental institution. But because you're here with me, you've helped me to create something that I absolutely love. Something that gets me out of bed every single morning. I wake up at 3:20 a.m., make my way downstairs, write my shows, can't get to the office soon enough, can't get to the studio soon enough so that I can absorb your love and your energy. It fuels me. You make me want to be a better person. And so listen, friends, I'm super, super, super thankful for you today. If I haven't told you, if I have not told you, or if no one else has told you, let me be the first today. I absolutely stinking love you. I do. With all of my heart. I absolutely stinking love you. People all the time are like, Glenn, how can you tell people you love them? You don't even know them. Look, dude, I absolutely stinking love you. I don't care what anybody says. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, cool. I'm going to check you off. I'm going to go head over to Clubhouse. We're going to chat over there in the Clubhouse streets. That's right. That's right. We're going to hang out over in the Clubhouse streets. That's an app over there. We have a show called Breakfast with Champions. Goes from 5 a.m. until 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. So I'm going to go hang out over there. If you're watching live, go meet me over there. If you're watching on replay, we're there till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can hang out with us over there. If you want to hang out with us in person, we've got an event coming up in April. You can go to bwcdaily.com, bwcdaily.com, and you can check that out. We'll be hanging out live in person, Dallas, Texas, in April, the whole Breakfast with Champions crew. All right? Most importantly, though, come back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Let's do this all over again. I'll see you then. Have a great day. Peace.
Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world. It's so alarming. I hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind.